The Colorado River, to me, what I believe it means to the tribe is it's kind of this bittersweet totem that's there. It's bittersweet because our original inhabitants here in the Colorado River wasn't where we are today. It's actually what's under the river. So under that river are traditional village sites, traditional cemetery sites, and it's now wiped out. But even with that knowledge that all of that is underneath, we still believe we need to protect it because it's still this life body that connects us all. So we still need to have that protection, but it's definitely bittersweet.
When I think of one river, one mission, one voice, I'm looking at the perspective of the people, looking at everyone that gets its life from this river or any river. One mission, I mean, our mission is to protect the water. Our mission is to bring light to the issues that we're dealing with when it comes to protecting our water. Doing that as a unit, one voice, you create a louder voice to push that direction and build the platform, and you'll get the distance you need from having a single solidarity voice. The goal of understanding that we need to protect it is to prevent it from being a resource that we no longer have.
The river's our lifeblood, you know, that's what binds us all together. I see us as a people, great people, you know, that all share the same resource. And we have to preserve that the best we can amongst ourselves. The way I think about it is this was basically the superhighway of the Southwest. So now you have all the trade routes that can branch off this river that lead to different places in Arizona, Nevada, and Utah, Colorado, you know, Southern California. And they all tie together back to this area.
Hello, my name is Isaac Ochoa. I work for the Chemeheuvi Indian Tribe, the community center. I work with the community, with the children and the adults as well. I am a professional fisherman. I've been here on the lake all my life and I love the water. To me, everything is as one. This is Mother Earth, she is one. We are here as Native Indigenous people to protect that one. And it doesn't just take one to do that, it takes many people, many tribes, many nations to try to do that, to protect what water we live in our society. You know, today's society is kind of rough with all the toys that we got and everything that pollutes the water. But as one, that's all we need to do is just protect it as a nation, as indigenous people, protect it as one.
The Colorado River is the cradle of life in the Mojave Desert, and we as Chemehuevi people have a very spiritual connection to the waters and to our brother and sister tribes up and down the river. For centuries prior to the advent of colonialism, we took care of the river, and more importantly, she took care of us. And in the last century, we've really been surviving ongoing genocide of our peoples, of our cultures, and of our landscape. The generation before mine saw our beautiful ancestral valley flooded out in the name of hydroelectric energy. We lost our basket-making traditions, our wetlands, our riparian belt of cottonwoods and willows, and our thriving agricultural valley. Now it's more important than ever to promote Indigenous leadership in these critical spaces, because it's Indigenous leadership and Indigenous worldview that allowed us to live in harmony with our ecosystem and our environment for thousands of years.
The reason why our voices is important is because we live here. This is what we see every day. This is our front yard and our backyard. Having to see this every day and it being our home, of course we have to take care of it. I don't believe it's a right, this is encoded in us to be the stewards of this land. And because of that responsibility, it should be the highest regard as a Native person to take care of this river, to take care of the land.
Instead of thinking of it being their thing or my thing or any of that tribe's doing this or this tribe's doing that, we should all be looking at it like we all should be wanting to do this, and we should all try to do it together. And we should create the venues or invite the leadership down and say, hey, why can't we sit down and talk about these things too? Let's open the forum and talk about what Chemehuevi's issues are, what For Mojave's issues are, And the best way to do that is to just jump in and try to do it. Not trying is the worst fail. So trying, even if you fail in some areas, you're still succeeding because you're making those steps forward.